been times where I've done virtual therapy with Kingston and he like literally is like, hi, and he clicks it and turns it off.
Yeah, like 5 or 10 minutes into the session, we're like, you're done?
So speaking of chasing a standard, let's talk about the Broncos real quick, obviously.
Good segue.
The Chargers fan base is really, really cool, really, really welcoming, mostly, especially if you're at SoFi.
The preparation for...
Where's my Jayhawk question at, man? That's what I want to know.
It's coming right here.
Oh, if they take one message from this book, I would say not to compare yourself with others.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to West War Room Rivals. I am with my co-host, the Shovicks, Austin, and Corey, Bronco and Chiefs fan. We are without Ethan tonight. He is in New York, braving the elements right now. He was sending us text right now that it's kind of crazy over there. The first movie that came to mind was, what is that, where there's that major storm that happened in New York with the Jake Gyllenhaal? Was it, you know which one I'm talking about?
The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah. Where they had like that huge winter storm and it's like a tsunami. I don't know why that's what I was envisioning when he was texting us.
Yeah, there's a few different ones. I think 2012 was on TV a couple weeks ago. For some reason, we decided to watch like 5 minutes of it. And so, yeah, all the apocalyptic movies and what those are. But yeah, I mean, it's not every day you see that they get that kind of weather up there in New York. So,
yeah.
But lucky for him, I mean, we could have walked him through the situation if we needed to. Hey,
Yeah.
You know, step outside, take a couple pictures of the sky, and if you don't see it, then you're safe. And if you do see it, then get the hell out.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because, you know, obviously where you guys are living, it's constant like apocalyptic weather, so to speak. So, you know,
well, it was 100. It felt like 106 yesterday, and then all the wildfire smoke made it just look absolutely just brutal. So
you guys have wildfires going on right now?
No, it's the Canadians, man. They're trying to smoke us out. Canadians are hotboxing us right now, and all that smoke got down here. So
all of our forests are on fire here in the Midwest.
And I can. Well, outside of the fact it's hot as shit, but yeah, no. And their smoke doesn't smell like maple syrup, so it's not even worth it.
Damn, that's rough. I was gonna say, like, I don't know how you guys would have gotten, you know, wildfires, because aren't you guys like super humid? So it'd be really hard to have everything carry on. But
well,
California,
I'm not trying to find out.
No.
We live by a huge state park that's full of just trees and forests, like where the Ozarks basically start, or end here, whichever way you're looking at it. So
sure.
There's plenty of trees here. So yeah, I'd like to not find out.
Well, take it from me, who lives in a state that is annually up in a blaze. It is not fun. You know, like breaking news, we have another wildfire going on in this area. Oh, another one in this area. So it's definitely not fun. So I would say, you know, if you can avoid it, don't do it. Also, too, guys, like what Smokey the Bear said, only you can prevent forest fires. So
yeah, and then the first comment, it has actually, it's been like that the last couple summers. We've only lived here for I think a little over 5 years, and it seems like the last couple of summers we have had a lot of that smoke make its way down here. But you know, you already live in kind of a big city, so it's already kind of doo-doo to begin with. So then you throw in that. So the air quality here is not it's not quality, and then you throw in, you know, our obesity with it, and it just hurts it even much more.
Well, the air quality here usually sucks anyway. Like right when you get onto 55 to come to our house, there's literally a electronic sign that's been there since we've moved, just letting us know what the air quality is.
Nice.
Red, yellow, or green. Like hasn't moved, just lets us know if the air's okay.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a fire going on nearby and it makes its way down to like where I'm at, I usually say, oh, it tastes like beef jerky. It's smoky and chewy. That's essentially how thick the air gets.
Damn, I like beef jerky though.
I mean,
you had me. I lost focus on everything you were saying once I heard beef jerky.
Yeah. So Corey, you and I did this on Saturday night.
We did.
Yeah.
We absolutely. And the numbers for the Saturday night one was absolutely just fantastic. So we do want to we appreciate everyone who tuned in Saturday night. It's gonna be something similar here tonight. We'll have our normal episode tomorrow. We'll talk AFC West pass rushers, edge rushers. And we'll break that down. And then I believe we have a guest this week. So if you want to kind of go into the guests, Cody, since this is your get.
Yeah. So probably the only guest I've booked since we've done this show, but it's a buddy of mine. Yeah, it's a buddy of mine. It only took me a year. It's a buddy of mine, Michael Davis. If any of those that are friends with us are probably aware of who he is, he's the president of Boom Broadcasting. He's also a diehard Cowboys fan, and he was throwing some shade in the comments on our previous live talking about, I think we were talking about Justin Herbert or whatnot. And so I know that Ethan's chomping at the bit to get a hold of Michael. So we're inviting him on to talk Cowboys and talk AFC West and NFC East. So it'll be fun. So that'll be Thursday night. We're accommodating a schedule. So I'm excited. I haven't done a show with him in a while. I know this is probably your guys' first time doing a show with Michael. And
you're in the making.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great guy, but he's a Cowboys fan. So we pray for him. But, it'll be a fun time.
Pray for him. Laugh at him.
Yeah.
I actually, and I know this is going to be weird, and I'll probably regret saying it as like we get into the season, but I kind of like what the Cowboys have put together.
Clip.
Well, I mean, I can't remember who it was on the panel when we had all of us. I'm the one that said I thought the Cowboys could get the East over the Eagles. I thought there was one other co-host on the show that said the same thing. So I'm a Cowboys hater.
I didn't go that far, but I did say that it wouldn't surprise me if the Cowboys maybe did.
Shit, I might have.
I'll have to check the tape. You surely didn't say the Giants or the
Commanders. If he
so.
did say it, he probably deleted it.
Yeah.
He's probably like, oh, what did I just say? I better get rid of this.
Traumatic episode, just got rid of it. Yeah.
So the second part of this, guys, is we are also $5.99. So as you can see, we're one sub away from 600, and we don't want to stop at 600. We obviously have the 650 goal and then the 700, 750 goal when the season starts. And then why not? I mean, why stop there? So like, please continue to share this channel out with your friends, with your followers. Like, let's get us well over 600 and let's start talking about 1,000 subscribers. We have a lot of goals. We have a lot of lofty goals, and what this channel's been, we were just talking about this before we came on here when we were prepping for the episode tonight or the show tonight, how many subs we've picked up over since the off season. And it's been wild. It's still crazy to think that we're almost at 600. And now I'm starting to like, what's 1,000 going to look like? Then it's like 5,000. It's like, you guys keep telling us how great this show is. Well, you continue to show the love, continue to show the support by sharing this out and getting your friends on board. And let's make this a fun season as we head into season 2.
Oh, yeah. And, obviously, as we're an AFC West focus show, we have the major 4 fan bases, but it's been great to get a lot of the regulars in that aren't a part of the AFC West. So it's been great to have just a football community. I mean, a majority of the regulars that will pop in are completely different fan bases, different divisions. But it's one great thing about football. Once you're a fan of the NFL, it's kind of a universal thing that everyone can get behind. And, for those that love football, it's a great time to just chit chat. Even when we put out content, even the comments that come off that are a little bit sideways, it's great and fun and entertaining. So
it's there's some weird, you guys say some weird stuff in the old comment section on some of our stuff. It's just like, it's not that deep. It's really, you guys are putting way more thought into your comments than what really needs to be done. But we appreciate all the comments on the clips and all the reels that Cody and Ethan have been working on, and we've dove into the meme game. So some of our memes have kind of been a little crazy and wild, taken off a little bit. I think, did you create the Patrick Mahomes one that we posted this morning?
Yeah.
The one with
I thought of that because we watched Apex.
We watched Apex.
And that dance was catchy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was just like, and then there was one, I think there was a comment that said, whoa, or I think, no, the second comment today was when the Bo Nix, Lamar Jackson thing. And this dude completely took it way out and was like, whoa, there's still Justin Herbert that's ranked better. Like, that's not the point of the post. Read the post. We didn't have Justin Herbert's ass on the graphic.
It still doesn't beat the 7-page document for the In-N-Out burger.
Oh my gosh, the guy's dissertation for why In-N-Out was overrated was
I've actually seen a lot of the comments. A lot of people aren't the In-N-Outs. So now I'm kind of like, I've never had In-N-Out. So now I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do In-N-Out.
Well, one of these days, you guys need to make your way west, or we need to meet up somewhere where there's an In-N-Out, and then
I can promise you, if I make it out, if I do happen to make it out west, not the first thing. In-N-Out is not going to be my first choice.
I'm hitting up the Mexican restaurant.
Exactly, I'm hitting up them taco trucks, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So first off, there would be an order. In-N-Out would probably be the last thing that you would get on your way out. It's not what you'd start your visit with. You're going to get the good old Mexican food. You guys into sushi?
No.
Damn, you guys need
because we live so close to fresh water.
You guys need to get into some sushi, some poke
River,
bowls.
3 minutes. We're 3 minutes from the Mississippi River. Like I can literally walk over there and just pick up some fresh sushi.
I do want to say though, I did get a comment. I did get a follow on X because I made a comment and the dude was like, "Dude, put the pipe down." And I was like, "Do I have to?" And he told me to think about my family, and I'm like, "They're the reason I have the pipe." And he was like, "Yeah, that deserves a follow." So it's
That's so funny.
It's good. I did make a wild take. You guys know how I am. There's a cornerback I was big on coming into the draft. Got drafted to the Panthers, and I'm like, this dude's going to be cornerback 1 before the end of the season of the Panthers. And dudes are like, J.C. Horn still exists, and I'm like, that's my point. This dude's going to be better. So, like, it was deserved, but like comments like that, we love the banter.
We do love the banter.
We can joke about it,
right?
And it's good fun. Like, we don't take it serious. You know, you could say put the pipe down to someone else, and they may have freaked out. Like, I don't do drugs. Like, I don't. That's not where I took it.
You can't confirm that either.
Yeah, can't confirm nor deny.
Mom, if you're watching this, Austin's gonna have to talk to you about something here pretty soon.
Knows,
we have an intervention coming up soon.
Keep that stuff up. We love it.
I will say that I disagree hardcore with the person who said Patrick Surtain was the number 2 corner.
Yeah,
I don't remember which post or where I saw that, but they were like, he's number 2, and I'm like, what? You put the crack pipe down? Like,
well, I think the Madden rating had Gonzo rated higher than PS2, which sparked it. Which I was like, I don't know if Madden watches football because PS2 is number 1. Now, don't get me wrong, Gonzo's really good. I wouldn't mind if they were overall the same, but to put out there that Gonzo was better, I think is a little bit of a reach there.
And that's why nobody takes Madden seriously
anymore. To be
anymore.
honest, I would take both of them in Kansas City, though. I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, I would take.
Of course, no one's arguing that, Austin.
kind of like what we told when Dev picked. You know, when we made him pick who he would take from the AFC West, and he picks, and we're like, you could have had Gonzo and PS2. Like, good luck. So it's just one of those where it's
just a new no-fly zone.
I actually saw one that had PS2 third. They put Stingley above as well. So
that's wild.
People be getting wild out here.
I mean, I can see if people made the argument for like Stingley and Gonzo as a 2, like neck and neck, but to have PS2 3 is a little interesting.
I think there's tiers to it, like the quarterbacks, right? I think you have that 4 or 5 up top and then the next tier.
Yeah.
But like corners, I think the 3 you just named are in their own tier.
Yeah.
So like you can rank them however you want, but PS2 not 1 is wrong.
Yeah, that one is true. Also, I love seeing that Bo Nix rated higher on the NFL player rating or vote than Lamar this year. And I know, like, I was like, well, Lamar being, what was it, 69 or 67 or whatever, was like, yeah, it was like, wow, that's pretty low. But, to see Bo Nix be 10 spots higher than him, which was funny because on X, someone said, oh, here comes the Bo Nix is better than Lamar memes. And
last year he was, and that's what it's based off of.
Yeah.
So I got the training camp dates pulled up. Broncos rookies report tomorrow. So Broncos country, it's time. And then we're looking, let's see who we got next to be the Chiefs.
We got Cord Bredimus asking Cody a question.
So the Raiders are the 23rd for the rookies, and then the Chiefs are the 24th for the rookies, and then the 28th for both of those. And then the last one is obviously the Chargers. The rookies for them are the 23rd and the 28th as well. So this week, rookies report this week, and then next week it's go time. So,
yep.
Cody, we got a question in the comments for you, buddy.
Any reports on Mike Washington? I mean, there's nothing that I've seen, only that he is going to probably be the presumed number 2. I've not seen anything else, though. I hear that he's doing really well in terms of the running back, but when he reports along with everybody else, well, all the rookies on the 23rd and Max Crosby, he said he's going to report with the rookies too. I think that'll be we'll see what he's about. Preseason, Mike Washington is going to get a ton of reps. And so is Himbe as well, from Indiana. So,
and then full pads. I don't think they'll do even though they're starting on the 28th, I doubt they'll go full. Maybe a week in, maybe a few days in.
I don't think they go full pads until everyone gets there. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, like the 28th is when everyone reports for the Raiders.
Yeah,
I think
you're
that's when everyone goes on
there. Like when the rookies report. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of the guys are there, right?
Yeah,
like a lot of the guys are kind of like spring training, where a lot of the guys are going to be on site or at least working out. But I don't think the full pads would be like right away. I think, and you have to worry about the CBA and, you know, all the NFLPA, all that fun stuff. So there's limits to it. I think coaches can only do a certain amount, so they have to strategize and be strategic with how they do the pads with that. So next one, do we think Tom Brady will help the Raiders win a Super Bowl?
No, he didn't play for him.
I mean, if he was playing, it'd be different. But as an owner, I mean, you can see that he's done a better job at like day-to-day operations, I would say. But
he's going full Raider joining WWE though.
100%. Him smacking the shit out of Logan Paul is always great to see, even if it is staged. But anyways,
that's the first. My brother said something. I was like, "This is so staged."
You still got to slap.
You still got to slap.
It was a slap, but it was staged for sure. But no, I think Tom Brady, he said it in an interview where he was like, every day you got to be better. And I think him bringing that attitude to the Raiders is what was needed and holding everyone accountable. Will it lead to a Super Bowl? I don't know, but I think it would be a great attitude change for the organization. So, and you can see some Raider legends that have been buying into it as well, which is great because a lot of the legends were like, until this changes, we can't support the Raiders. And now here they are back supporting with what Tom Brady's doing and, you know, Kubiak and the new coaching staff. So I'm hoping it turns into a Super Bowl, maybe in a few seasons if we're on the right track.
Yeah, so you're always going to listen to the dude with the more bling in the jewelry store. So like, you listen to him, but like the players still have to play.
Right.
I think he's going to put pieces in place to help.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, players and coaches are going to have to do it.
Raiders and Super Bowl aren't going to be something people are talking about anytime soon. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I'm still sticking with 3 to 4 years before they're really competing,
right.
Like where we're sitting here saying, hey, you know, they're in a spot where they could possibly win the West. I think for Raiders fans, I think the goal should be, let's win some games first that we should, you know, because again, this comes in steps, right? Like we talked last year about learning how to win instead of, you know, losing. So now you got to learn how to win, and now you got to be able to do that consistently. Then we can start saying stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, in the end, Super Bowl is cool, but they're still a ways away. So
I say a lot of people are talking about the Patriots. I mean, they went from like 4 wins to a Super Bowl in their quarterback second year. Like, it was just a perfect like storm.
It was, but also like the Patriots went, what was it, 2 or 3 seasons without making the playoffs, and the 20 seasons prior to that, they either made a championship game or the Super Bowl. And in that 20 years, the Raiders made the playoffs 1 time. So it's not the same. Like, as a Raiders fan, I know the difference. Like, it is not going to be like the Patriots doing this because
it's not the history. It's just the 1 year turnaround thing. We've seen more of it lately.
Sure.
Mike Vrabel, head coach, been a head coach before, playoffs. Josh McDaniel, Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator, dipshit head coach, but that's not the point.
Facts.
But you have 2 coaches there who have the Super Bowl experience as coordinator and head coach. Yes, Clint Kubiak was the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. Cool, but he's never ran the ship, right? Like that's like, now it's his ship. That's okay if he doesn't go out and win a Super Bowl his first year, and or the Raiders don't win 14 games this year. Like, tamper those expectations right now. Like, you're not going to have a Patriots like turnaround this season, Raider fans.
The schedule isn't going to be that easy for us to do that either.
They're going to get some wins.
You're more likely to see from year 1 to year 2 than now to year 1, like under Kubiak. And I'm not saying even 1 to 2 is going to happen, but I still think that's more likely to happen than seeing this upcoming season be that kind of turnaround. I think you're looking at 5 or 6 wins, but extremely competitive as a good season.
Well, I mean, 6 wins is double than what we did last season, and we had the number 1 pick. We'd still probably be somewhere in the top 10 to 15 draft range. That it is what it is.
And what did I tell you? It's 6 to 8.
Right.
If you can get in between there, that's a win. That's an A+ season.
I just think 5, because that schedule, like before the season starts, it looks brutal. We don't know how to play out, but it does look brutal. I think 5 wins and being competitive, you're running like circles, stoked.
Patriots schedule was a joke. Yeah, we heard that multiple. Yeah. We won't. Yeah, we won't get too deep into that one, but I promise you, we do know that. And Jeff, I see in the comment section. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Jeff.
But yeah, so I mean, like, And if we do get those 5 or 6 wins, it's going to be, our schedule is relatively tough considering we're looking at last year's win-loss totals and all that stuff. If we're going to stick to like what teams were last year based on the schedule, 5 to 6 wins, we're probably beating a couple of playoff teams in there, which is huge confidence boosters because how do we play? How does this coaching staff rise above? So, I mean, there's a lot of positives to gain. Again, like last year was probably rock bottom to where this franchise has ever been. And you had a head coach in Pete Carroll that you bought into thinking that he would win now. You bring in a college coordinator that sucked. You bring in the head coach's son who sucked. So it can't get any worse than this. But again, like the momentum and like what you guys said, the building blocks is like what the Raiders are looking forward to for not next season or this upcoming season, but like year 2, year 3, when in theory you're like, okay, let's roll, you know.
Win the games you think you should win. So beat the Dolphins, beat the Browns, beat the Cardinals.
Yep.
Win those games.
And honestly, like
progress.
steal a game or 2 from a divisional opponent is also, that's a great confidence booster because we play them really well. So, I mean, right there, like that's 4 to 5 wins just in that, if you can take care of that.
But don't go losing to the Cardinals and then turning around and like clapping the Chargers and then being like, well, who are you guys?
Exactly.
Like,
although if we did clap the Chargers but lose to the Cardinals, I'd still be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm still okay
well,
with
that's no
that.
different than beating the Patriots last year, week 1.
Right.
And then downhill.
And then obviously
and then
they went
losing to the
opposite
Browns
directions.
later in the season, you know.
See, those are the games you have to take care of those. If you're going to turn anything around, you have to win those games.
Right.
And that goes with learning how to win those games, learning how to win, right? We can sit here and say compete, like we did a couple years ago with Antonio Pierce as the head coach. Like, hey, they competed. They did where they were. It doesn't matter in the end because you didn't learn how to win. And we knew that place was going nowhere because the Raiders were in this little funk of like, you know, firing coaches left and right. So
this guy said it too.
Yeah, learning to win and know how to win is what made the Chiefs so dominant. Yeah, it didn't take Andy Reid very long. I'm not sitting here saying Clint Kubiak's going to do this. Then we're not. Don't say Clint Kubiak's going to do this. But that's not to say 3 years from now we're sitting here and we're saying, hey, this team actually, you know, year 1 to year 2 we saw that leap. Why not in year 3? Why can't we compete for an AFC West title? Why can't we do this? Fernando Mendoza's our guy, or we got our guy.
Well, Corey, how many seasons did it take for the Broncos to turn it around?
Well,
from the time they got Sean Payton.
They just had to get Bo Nix, and then
we just had to get
but that
Sean
was
Payton.
second.
Sean Payton's face anytime he had to talk about Russell Wilson. It was just
Second?
Well, we still went 8-9 with Russell Wilson.
Sure.
And then I think with Bo's first season went 10-7 in a playoff, and then last year obviously 14. So
that was his third season, right?
Yeah,
going into year 4. Okay. So I would even say by year 2 with Sean, we saw it because then you had all the dead cap, then you had all this other stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those where give it time. Like
don't fire him after a year.
Yeah, believe me, dude. When we're paying more coaches to not coach the team than what we've had stay longer than 3 years, that's an embarrassing stat. Believe me, like I would love consistency. I think that would be what turns around the franchise. The inconsistency or the knee-jerk reactions to me bother me because it's like you don't trust your own process, let alone, you know, letting something develop, you know, like the fertilizer for the future. You can't just like get rid of it after one season. It's not going to do anything, you know?
Yeah, and that 999 deoxys, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing it more and more. I mean, we can go back to like Dak Prescott as a rookie took the Cowboys, I think, from 4 wins to 13. So like it does happen. I don't think Mendoza starts enough to be able to even join that conversation of turnarounds as a rookie. But at the same time, Bo Nix went to Sean Payton, had Super Bowl experience, good team around him. Drake May went to Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, a pretty decent roster around him. No offense to Drake or to Mendoza, not quite the same situation. It's a rookie head coach, like Corey said.
Right.
Still trying to build the roster around him. There are pieces. You know, Genty's good. Linderbaum was a good signing. Bowers is obviously elite. They've tried to upgrade the receivers a little bit, but it's not quite the same.
Right. And it's going to take time. I mean, honestly, too, like the Raiders probably don't think that they are anything close to a playoff team. They're going to just build in their infrastructure now. They're going to put in their what they want in terms of a standard, and then the season's going to play how it is. Like that's all you can do is just put one foot in front of the other and just instill confidence and just keep building on the next day. You can't worry about what we're going to look like in week 18 because you don't know yet.
Correct. Week 1. That's why I answered somebody asked who we thought the worst team in the NFL was right now. And I said it's a 32-way tie because we're all 0-0.
Yeah.
I mean, we know we can go with like Jets, Dolphins, but at the same time, like we got to play.
That's
we
very
don't
true.
know. We don't know. We know what rosters look the worst for sure.
First hot take of the night. First hot take alert.
I don't think that's too hot. Raiders have done pretty well against the Chiefs the last few years.
I would say it's a hot take. I don't see the Raiders sweeping anyone in the division.
And the Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL. Jets are close, but actually,
I like
I liked some of the moves the Jets made this offseason.
Jets did good on both sides of the ball.
Geno Smith's not one of those moves. So before anyone says that, Geno Smith was not one of those moves.
Malik Willis about to ball out.
Miami Dolphins look like a Big Ten team. I don't even think they'd beat a Big Ten team.
No, they would.
Well, they could, but I think there's some Big Ten teams that could beat the Dolphins this year.
I mean, yeah.
I think Ohio State would give them a run. I mean, they basically have NFL-ready roster.
They'll sweep the Chargers before the Chiefs. Interesting.
Chiefs and Raiders, I think, usually split, don't they? Like,
I think the only reason why people are saying, I think people are only saying the Chiefs because this is probably the one offseason the Chiefs are the weakest at the moment, but that's just proverbially weakness. It's not necessarily like, oh, they don't have a good roster. It's just like Mahomes is coming back from injury, full go for training camp. What's the receiver room going to look like? You know, you hope the defense is as good as it was last year. So, I mean, I
have to see when we play the Raiders. If it's early, I think there's a chance.
I think it's like week 7 is our first matchup together.
No, that's too deep. Y'all are toast.
I encourage if we have Charger fans who are watching, I'd encourage you guys to go listen to some of the Kansas City sports media people talk about your team. I've listened to 3 different sports shows in Kansas City who said that the Chargers were going to go 8-9 and miss the playoffs. And I don't know if it's the Chiefs. I don't know if it's a Kansas City media thing and they just don't like it, or it's just Kansas City media thinks they're back on top of the world for some reason. I'm not sure, but they don't like the Chargers for some reason, and it's wild to me because there's not a bone in me that think the Chargers would go 8-9 with this team. So yeah, I do encourage you guys to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't like the Chargers, and I think it's because they always think they're better than they are. Like, in my lifetime, they've had 3 really good quarterbacks and have literally accomplished nothing. Like, they've gone from Breeze to Rivers to Herbert in my life.
Does that say the Ravens at 2 and the Raiders at 7?
It does.
Yeah, it does. Not 999 Doxy. You're starting to be my favorite person. I appreciate it. Broncos
Holy
at 3.
Shit.
Dang.
I don't know if I could live with Cody this season if that was happening.
If the Raiders are a playoff team, I quit.
If the Raiders get in the playoffs over the
off,
Chiefs and the Chargers, this is not going to be a very fun season.
First off, if my Raiders beat either one of the divisional opponents, I'm FaceTiming you guys. Hey, are we going on live tonight?
Good thing I don't have that.
I do. I'll hold it up. Just Cody wants to say. Cody wants to say hi. So what else? Let's keep going through these comments, guys.
They're coming in nice and hot. Keep them going, guys.
Yeah, appreciate that, Cody. Appreciate that. Patriots won't be the number 1 if Bo stays healthy. I mean, hey, I have very high expectations for the Broncos.
Jeff, I'm going to assume that Mrs. Williams is next to you while you're saying that, so I won't hold that prediction to you, okay?
Joe Milton, whoever this cornbreadums it, I like you. Joe Milton's my dude. Terrible quarterback, but he's got 3.5 cannons in his right arm. I absolutely love that. There's some teams that could look at him for quarterback 1. Like, there's some teams that are just bad at quarterback. I'm not saying he's good. I'm saying, like, their rims are bad enough to look at him.
Yeah. I forgot who was the quarterback that was out of Alabama that Seattle drafted?
Jalen
Milroe.
He's another one that I think the jury is out on if he's a guy or not. And Seattle, I think, got themselves some time to figure that out with how Sam Darnold played well. But I had heard when he was coming out of the draft that Milroe may be like, a top 3 quarterback coming out of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it was because he had very similar characteristics to like Jalen Hurts with his leadership, may not have a cannon of an arm, but he can lead a team. So
yeah, you need more than just a cannon of an arm.
right.
One of my favorite Chiefs quarterbacks back in the day that I thought we got a steal on was Tyler Bray. The dude could throw it through mountains, but it obviously takes more to play quarterback than that.
Yeah. Well, Jamarcus Russell can throw it out of the stadium, but he just didn't study film. So that was the only rough part.
And I see Ethan over there in the chat.
Yep.
When you ask people why the Chargers aren't going to be good, they always point to postseason success. Yes, that has nothing to do with the regular season. Yeah, and again, I don't understand what it is, but it's just like even the Denver media that I listen to, like it's Broncos, Chargers 1-2, but then you get to the Chiefs media, and it's just absolutely doo-dooing all over the Chargers for some reason.
I mean, I kind of agree. I'll let you have the regular season titles. At some point, you do have to have postseason success, and not even Herbert. I'm just saying, as a franchise,
yeah.
You do have to have. But to down talk regular season success, like that does come to you just not accomplishing much.
Yeah, but how many teams have missed out because maybe they let a game go in the regular season that they needed to get over as a tiebreaker? Well, sure. But the easiest way to get into the playoffs is to win your division. Then you're guaranteed a home playoff game. So you want to play every regular season. That's important because that's going to strengthen your chance for the division, for the playoffs, for a home game as your best chance, you know?
I think of Sean's first season here with Russell. We needed that game against New England at the end of the season, and Denver absolutely just shit down their leg. It was it was Belichick's last season there, I believe. Mm-hmm. Denver should have easily won that game. Like it was just god awful, and Denver lost that game. And so yeah, there are regular season games that matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
there are.
But again, easiest way to do it is win your division. And I see, do we get 600? Look at that.
Still up sports, my fellas.
Straight up. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
600? Did we really?
Final score: KC 4, Broncos 3, Raiders 3, Chargers 0. Man, it's a hard line because I do think the Chargers charger a lot, but Harbaugh's also, I think, always had no less than like 9 wins in a season.
I think,
so or is it 10?
I think it's 10.
Well, I did think he had one season of 12 wins in San Francisco. I think
nothing less than 10. I think
10.
maybe he had a 9. Maybe that last year in San Francisco, but
yeah.
So it is a fine line of the Chargers charging, but Harbaugh's going to be good enough. So,
I don't know if I have a bill in here.
I will tell you, the moment that Herbert makes a playoff win / playoff push,
mm-hmm.
the whole narrative will change on not just Herbert but the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, and Herbert's got a ton of talent, and what's crazy is like without playoff success, like do you keep him around as just the regular season quarterback? You know, that discussion gets a little bit louder. Even in the offseason, when the Chargers got bounced in that first round, that was the noise that we heard pretty much up until today, which it's like, no, Justin Herbert's better than Bo Nix. Like that talk is coming back. But before, they were willing to sell him down the river, like once that playoff loss happened in New England.
I think you get Herbert a playoff when you watch that confidence just absolutely change.
Sure.
The confidence will go 180, and we'll see Justin Herbert and the talk of Justin Herbert completely change.
Yep.
Especially if he can get this done before Lamar. And if he can get into like a Super Bowl, maybe like a AFC Championship game and a Super Bowl, and a Super Bowl before Josh Allen, then it could really start changing the narrative of that. But I don't want to you got to get that win first. Like get the win, get your step, get your foot in the door to that. Like you can get to the playoffs all you want. If you can't win, then it doesn't mean shit. That's why Lamar's where Lamar's at.
Yep.
Well, and then it becomes
so like Burrow. Burrow's made a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't even bring Burrow up because he's obviously already.
Well, and I see them compare Herbert to Burrow a lot, and I'm like, yes, Burrow's hurt a lot, but A, when he's healthy, he puts up godly numbers, and B, he's made a Super Bowl run.
Yeah. Well, and there's 4 quarterbacks, I think, that have a question of do they stick it out with the team that drafted him or do they go elsewhere on their own or based on where the team wants him? And that's probably Lamar and a lot of questions of like, can he win in Baltimore? Is he going to win in Baltimore? Same thing with Herbert. I would throw Burrow in there just because like he's missed the playoffs the last 3 seasons and they haven't really gone back since the I think 2022. Mm-hmm. And then you look at Josh Allen. Like if he doesn't have success in the playoffs when he gets his team there, does he stick around with the Bills or does he choose to go elsewhere to win? You know, I think those 4, like as they miss or leave early in the playoffs, that question becomes louder of like, are we staying or what are we doing? Because it's the same result.
Yep. And then Josh Allen will likely never win a Super Bowl, especially with May on the rise. Yeah, I
think it's a whole AFC.
Yeah, look, I love Josh Allen. I do think he gets one. I do.
With the Bills?
Yeah, I think he'll get one with the Bills.
But with Joe Brady as head coach, because I'm out on that one. So. You think so?
I think so. Not this year. Not this year.
I'm with Cody in the chat. I do worry what happens if Herbert gets the win. Because it's hard to get a Super Bowl, but if he gets a playoff win or 2 under his belt, I mean, he's arguably the most talented quarterback, just from like an athleticism, size, arm strength, precision passing, like all of it.
Right.
I am worried how the narrative changes. As a fellow AFC West rival fan, that narrative's going to be rough.
I mean, honestly, Justin Herbert gets 1 playoff win, then he turns into the Dak Prescott of the AFC. Because Dak Prescott went through like where he'd get past the wild card in divisional and then he'd lose. And you get Herbert 1 playoff win. Okay, great. You've made 4 playoff trips. You've come out of it with 1 win, but you're still bounced. Great. Now, can you get on a run where you're like 2 playoff wins, you know? And I think like, okay, great. You got into the playoffs, but what are you doing for your team to get on there? Are you turning the ball over? Or are you willing your team to win? I think those are big questions too, even after you win the next round. So,
yeah.
And no, it wasn't against Broncos. It says his first regular season NFL snap resulted in a rushing touchdown. That was against Buffalo.
Take it, Buffalo. Man, shit on them when they're down. Like,
so it said he played the majority of that matchup and led the Patriots to victory over the Buffalo Bills, completing 22 of 29 for 241 and another touchdown.
That sounds like an NFL at least look.
Right.
Dadgummit.
Is that Milton the third?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
It says that we don't need to worry about the Chargers, but Mendoza could be good.
I think the Chargers would still be better.
I think us like sleeping on the Chargers is a mistake, guys. Like,
yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I still think if they can get that, if their tackles are healthy this year and they get that offensive line, even mid-level tier, the Chargers will be fine. I still like what they have on their defense, and I still like what their pieces look like on offense. But
I'm only sleeping on them when they're going to be a good regular season team.
Yeah,
they won 10 games last year with the replacements on the offensive line.
They went 11-6 with one of the worst offensive lines to play football. So
yeah, they're going to be fine in the regular season. Where the real sleeping on them is till they actually do something. Not when it matters. We've established regular games matter. Right. When it matters more. When the pressure's bigger.
Yeah, because you're still going to want to be in that position to get that 1 seed.
Oh yeah, and they can if they stay healthy. Like. Regular season Chargers, don't sleep on them.
Yeah.
And that's coming from me, a hater. Sleep on them come like January.
Are you talking about 2 years ago? Or was this, because I don't think it was last year. It was last year.
Yeah, that wasn't his first game, though.
Denver absolutely slapped the Cowboys. And I don't remember, honestly. I just remember the Broncos slapped the shit out of the Cowboys that game. George and CeeDee Lamb didn't do shit. Like everyone kept telling me they were going to that week, and I'm not saying that's a bad question at all. I'm just saying I don't remember that one. I just remember the absolute beatdown. Denver started off they started off on fire that game, and we kept talking about Denver's slow starts, and they did not. And that was beautiful because obviously the Cowboys are the Cowboys, but I don't remember that though.
Wasn't Dak injured part of last season?
Yeah,
he was, but he wasn't against Broncos. They just benched him.
Okay.
They were getting beat so bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was getting away from them. Yeah. They sat him, I think, in the third. Yeah. I remember that now.
It was a beat down.
It was not pretty.
Back to this Chargers one. Yeah, I get they limped in and we laid out the plan for the Chargers to win that game. Their defense did it. Their defense did exactly what we said they had to do, but their offense didn't. The defense put their offense in good position early on in that game. They turned the ball over inside the 10-yard line, and they went 4 and out. The Chargers went 4 and out.
Turnover on downs, yeah.
Turnover on downs. That you can't do that when your defense puts you in prime position, especially when Drake May really wasn't playing that well in the postseason. Yeah, we can sit here and talk about that the whole time. Well, the Chargers did their part.
Well, the Chargers Chargers also had a 27-0 lead one time in a playoff game. So they did what they needed to start, but they couldn't finish.
And then we can get on and on about the offense coordinator and the shit show he had in the fourth quarter. Their defense did everything they could to win that game. Their offensive coordinator just couldn't get it figured out.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
All right. You guys keep the comments coming in. We're getting, this is great. We're doing, you guys are crushing it.
Finishes his career with the Niners or Rams.
Yeah, you know what? I think, Austin, it was you that called it that he'd go to the Rams exactly like how Matthew Stafford did it. So
yeah.
Which, by the way, would be crazy if Josh Allen
will have some picks again by then. I think
they might. Yeah,
I think. I don't know how far out they can. I think it's
have to be like a Herschel Walker trade, but maybe.
You would do that at that point for Josh Allen, though, especially if Sean McVay sticks around.
Listen, if I'm the Raiders and I think I'm a Josh Allen away, I'm thinking about, okay, how many seconds do you need? Because now my window has just blown wide open to be competitive in the division itself.
And who trades more picks than the Rams?
Nobody.
Trick question, because it's nobody.
Yeah,
Oklahoma City Thunder.
They get them though, don't they?
Well, Sam Presti just sprinkle some fairy dust and they multiply. So
I saw they picked up like 6 more second-round picks just this offseason. They picked up like 6 more second-round picks.
They got 3 or 4 for Dort.
It's the rest of the NBA for letting them do that. Like no one's like thinking, why am I making a deal with OKC right now?
That's like you guys always said with the Bills, with the Chiefs. Like, why are you still making draft day trades with the Chiefs? Like, just stop.
You would think at some point everyone would be like, Sam, quit calling us. Instead, they're like, yes, what do you want? What we have it's yours.
What you want is our wish.
That's what you have to do when you're a small market team like that. He's doing everything a small market team should do. That's just true. That's just genius.
Let's ask that. How many number 1 picks would it take to get Josh?
I see 3. It says Bills should trade for Josh for a couple, maybe 3 number 1 picks.
Wasn't Garrett 2? No.
Well, so 3. I'd say 3 ones minimum.
Completely different position too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would say 3 ones, and then you're probably sprinkling in some like
2s
day
and 3s.
3 picks. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe even a player.
Maybe.
At that point, they could trade. They could throw Ty Simpson in there.
Oh shit! Gross.
Hey, they did it with Jared Goff to get Stafford. Like, we'll throw Ty Simpson in there.
Wait, who's the other DN that they have opposite of Garrett? Is it Verse?
No, they traded
Verse.
So it'd be Bryce Young, Fisk.
Oh, Byron Young. Yeah.
Yeah, Byron Young. Yeah.
It may be him. You throw him in the deal, depending on how much the Bills want a young pass rusher.
4 years away?
No, I think it's sooner. I think it's sooner than that.
I don't know. Maybe like 2 seasons from now, if it's getting bad in Buffalo.
Well, they did that ESPN article. Maybe fired by now, so it may have been taken down. RIP. They did it like how many?
Hold on, he didn't pass away. He's just not employed anymore.
His job. But they said right now, like they think it would take 7 first-round picks to even get like a Patrick Mahomes.
That's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I know, but Josh Allen, you'd think is like tier-wise.
Okay,
so
but
I'm thinking maybe 5 if you're going to kind of do that out.
Well, so Austin, for you as like who loves to look at value, how many picks, first rounds included, would you give to get a Josh Allen? And again, take away like you don't have Patrick Mahomes in this scenario. What would you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would Josh Allen as he is. I would trade 7 first-round picks for him.
That's fucking nuts.
That's wild.
That's nuts.
I would be perfect in the Rams organization because I agree. F them picks for a quarterback. I'm not going to do that for others, but if I think I'm a Josh Allen away, I don't care about my picks.
Well, I mean, they are ones. You could also,
if we suck and like the Rams got that Falcons pick because the Falcons sucked.
Right.
But it's one of those where if you think you are a Josh Allen, you are trading 5 first-round picks. I just think like, listen, you're trading 7 years worth of ones away. So how good is Josh Allen going to be in 7 years?
That's how I,
Even if I only get 5 years, 4 to 5 years, that's worth it.
What is he at? He's almost 10 years in the league now, right?
I think he's 29.
Okay, so 7 years from now, he's 35, 36, excuse me. He's our age. Like how good do we think he's going to be at that age?
Like maybe two first rounders and a player. I'm not giving 7 first-round picks for a 36-year-old quarterback.
Like he's not 36. He's not. I'm not trading 7 for Rodgers.
No. I thought we were talking about when he turns this age.
No, that's why he would be at the end of those 7 draft picks you traded.
Right. Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading comments as they come in while you guys are doing that.
Allen because you could throw Purdy in there so the Bills would have a quarterback in return.
Purdy, really?
Bills say no.
Yeah, Bills say no for sure. His contract is up, so that's why we're doing 2030.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then
thanks, Jeff.
Broncos I don't believe the Broncos will trade a single draft pick this season. They'll be hunting for them down. I wouldn't I would hold on to that thought for a little bit.
I can see Sutton being a guy that they get picks for.
No, I'm looking at Marvin Mims possibly. I haven't completely shut the door on the Riley Moss thought or theory. But as far as like trading draft picks, let's see where we're at when you're a linebacker injury away from having a real big problem.
And Steph Murdoch.
So you're very, very, very close to having a big time issue with the lack of attention you show to the linebacker room. So I wouldn't say they're not trading their picks. I would very, very not confidently say that.
I think you guys should call the Steelers and ask them what pick would get Patrick Queen. I think that'd be.
I'm not giving anything other than a 5th round pick. He's not the same Patrick Queen he used to be.
Well, it'd be an upgrade.
I wanted Jordan Brooks, but that obviously went down the window today.
That actually makes him more valuable in a trade, so less likely for him to be traded.
Yeah.
Do I think the Chiefs should bring in another receiver? I mean, we've been saying it probably post Tyreek Hill, and it just hasn't happened. So
the more I think about it, if there was, Deebo Samuel to me would be a receiver you guys bring in.
See, I want what Deoxy said. I would love to trade the Pats like a 3rd or 4th round pick for Booty. I think he would feed families with Patrick Mahomes. But I don't know if the Pats actually want to trade him. Like, you have a pretty solid receiving core right now. Mm-hmm. And like he just said, you're always 1 or 2 injuries away from needing him a lot.
And I would caution everybody that over the next probably 6 weeks, you're going to start seeing a lot more moves.
Oh, yeah.
So and again, we've talked about it for the last month and a half now, that there's still a lot of good free agents out there. And training camp starting. So you have
that would be crazy.
Keenan would never, though.
That's not an Andy Reid receiver, so you're lucky.
I want to see Keenan Allen in a Raider jersey so badly it hurts.
That would be more likely than it would be. For
I think so. That's why I think I want it to happen more, just so that way there's a lineage of Keenan Allen and the Raiders together. I think that'd be funny.
I would be real curious though, because I still think Keenan has some left in the tank.
Yeah,
but we've been talking about like what Stephon Diggs, Debo, some of these older guys. They're not in any rush.
No,
they're not looking to sign like that. Like this could be like a week 2 of preseason, or maybe even after the first preseason game that some of these guys sign, because they don't need to go through another training camp. Like.
Well, and I think at this age, they're probably waiting for somewhere where they know they're not just going to be like a veteran piece.
Yeah.
Like Keenan probably thinks he has more in the tank, which I think he does. But right now he's probably been offered like receiver 3 or 4, and he's probably like, I'm wait for an injury, wait for cuts, see where the value actually is. Because I think I can still perform, right? It's going to happen. Jeff, what are you doing?
That would be disgusting, Jeff. But
that would make me sad, because a couple, like not even long ago, I was kind of like, hey, the Jets are in a fire sale. Like Denver should look at Garrett Wilson. And obviously we didn't. So it's one of those where
the thing is, Chiefs don't actually have a whole, like, yes, we can restructure, but we can't restructure that much. I don't think the Chiefs can go out and get big contract guys. If they do, they're going to have to sign, like Cody said, a Deebo Samuel on like a pretty incentive based deal.
Right.
High signing bonus type deal, small cap hit. like they can restructure a little more, but you can only kick so much down the road until you screw yourself. I think it's this year when Mahomes has like an $80 million cap hit because we keep kicking his money down the road.
That's nuts.
I'm not even upset about it. He's won a Super Bowls. We can never win another playoff game, and I'd be happy.
He's going to be the next Bobby Bonilla.
I was going to say, you guys are taking a page out of the Dodgers, just deferring money for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, for real. Yeah, that's how it's going. But that's why I don't think a name like that ends up in Kansas City. It'll be a Debo, maybe a Diggs, but I don't know if he's still going to want that bag.
I think Debo fits your offense better.
I think a lot of these guys know that they're not going to get the bag that they want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think which is another reason why they're not going to rush. Like they're still going to want those, low base, high incentives, which some of them, I mean, they earned that. I mean, these guys have put in a damn good career. But we'll see. So back over here real quick. You guys rock that you read all the comments. This is awesome. Great channel. That's what we're doing tonight. We try to do as much as we can. TikTok's more of our avenue of like reading through the comments, but tonight it's more of, we wanted to get to 600 subs, and we thank you guys for getting us there. Now we're just reading through the comments. So
is Ellinger as QB2 an option?
That's a good matchup to watch. I say yes. And I only say this because it's not that, I hate Stidham for what he did to us. It's not his fault.
What he did to us.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
All right.
By the way, they did play in like a semi-tsunami. Just, quick reminder. It was, or a blizzard, excuse me. It was a pretty bad weather game. So,
yeah.
He did throw a bomb.
He did. And then I want to go back up top. They don't move. Brandon Jones isn't going to get moved.
I would take him.
Denver safety's not. I mean, we have depth. We have a lot of good special teams guys. But Brandon Jones and Hufanga were, when healthy, they were one of the better duos. They complemented each other rather well. So I don't think they're going to trade Brandon Jones.
Hufanga was one of my most slept on players in the NFL. I made that list. The dude balled out. If you don't look at his hands,
he would have led the He would have led the NFL in interceptions last year. I don't know how many times Matt and I were in the group text or texting on the side saying, "Catch the effing ball!" My God, dude.
But everything else he did was elite, minus his hands.
Everything comes in balance, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Rattler would be an improvement over Stiddy.
I have to trade for him though.
Yeah, again, we just got to work with what we have, guys. If it's Stiddy, it's Stiddy. I still think it probably will end up being Stiddy. I wouldn't be surprised if Ellinger does get it. Sean likes Stidham, guys. And when Sean likes guys, we've seen how that goes. Adam Troutman's still on the roster.
Jordan Humphrey's still floating around.
But I'm not all that high on Spencer Rattler either. So
yeah, same.
And he lost his job to Tyler Shuck, 40-year-old Tyler Shuck. So
Shuck balled out. Let's throw some.
He did great. He did really good. A lot better than I thought he'd do. I thought he would be another Brandon Whedon, and he turned out much better.
I think it's a compliment to Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
Kellen Moore, we know, is a proven play caller, and I think it's worked out.
Matt was all over that one.
Matt was spot on.
Last offseason, we picked our new head coaching hires, which we'll do here not too long from now. We'll be picking, and Cody, obviously we know where you're going with it, but we'll do that again. But Matt had Kellen Moore, and I think a couple of us had Liam Cohen.
I had Vrabel.
Which doesn't count. I mean, it counted.
I mean, I loved Mike Vrabel. Like, that's my guy.
I think I had Ben Johnson, if I remember.
What else we got over here? Keenan led the league in drops last season. Yeah, I
really?
don't want to hear anything about drops. Denver had led the yeah.
There's a name we can't say, guys. It'll get us banned.
Oh, remember we were watching the Hall of Fame game last year, and it was Trey Lance's coming out party, and Austin was just having a heyday on social media with this.
He was gaslighting up Twitter.
He was gaslighting it up like QB controversy. And it's like, bro, it's the Hall of Fame game. The fourth strings in the second play, the second drive of the game. Like
a little backstory, DZ. I made a post that involved Trey Lance and or maybe Justin Herbert
on our official Twitter.
Yeah, and maybe compared him to Alex Smith and Kaepernick with Harbaugh, and it got our page banned. So that name haunts us a little bit.
And for a year, I've been trying to get us out of the ban, and just when I think I get us back, we're right back there. Yeah, all the things that Twitter has, and yet that was the one thing that they were like, not around here, you guys.
Oh, we have our names backwards. He keeps thinking you're Austin.
Oh, yeah.
You wish. I'm Austin. Colorful shirts, Austin. He typed the names in wrong.
Yeah, it's because I took the names off the other night when Cody and I were doing when we were doing the just one. So
here, let me fix it for you, boys.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Again, guys, everyone tell Jeff bye as we're recording live out of the JBW Solutions studio right now. So if you haven't yet, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for getting us over the 600 mark. Let's keep going.
Oh, we won't ban you, Patriot. We have a lot of Patriot fans, actually.
We actually have a ton of Patriot fans that join our show. Join us on TikTok when we go TikTok live. That's where that's where they're at. So
funny enough, so Jeff, our partner with JBW Solutions, his wife is a diehard Patriots fan. So when they played each other, when they played each other in the AFC championship game, it was a fun time in their household.
DJU. Oh, Ugalulele?
Yeah, DJU. Yep, he was supposed to be the next big thing, and then just kind of shit the bed in college. Hate to see it. Clemson to what? Florida State. Then I think did he go to
Oregon State?
Something to that, but yeah, we appreciate it. We got about 10 more minutes. That we'll stay on here. So if you guys got more comments you want to put over there in that comment section, make sure to drop them as we wrap up. Again, tomorrow night live on YouTube, we'll be talking about the AFC West pass rushers. So we'll rank them. We already did our divisional preview, so we'll spend a lot of time on the edge rushers. And if we have time, we may dive into a little bit of training camp talk. Since rookies are reporting for the Broncos tomorrow, maybe we'll have a little update there. What do you think, guys?
Chat was popping. Appreciate you, fellas.
It was on fire tonight, and can't wait to talk about training camp stuff, guys. We're 6 weeks away from football?
50 days.
50 days.
Whew. Can't get here fast enough.
It can. It honestly.
It's like
it can.
I really don't want September to be here, but I do want September to be here. But I don't want it to come too fast. But I do. It's just one of those where it's like
DZ. We mentioned that. I think one of the game or episodes we all picked our new OCs and like play callers as our favorite offseason edition.
Yeah.
Between McDaniel and Kubiak, Bieniemy. Oh, you're going to Patch training camp?
Oh, shout out.
Ethan's going to be hitting up the Chargers, I believe August 1st, he said. So he'll have some reports for you guys there.
Let me know how those running backs are shaking down in New England. I still see Ramondre listed as RB1 a lot. So
that might change.
I'd like to think, but
homeboy carried him through the postseason.
That's kind of a Vrabel guy, that big bruiser with the change of pace backup. Like Henderson's explosive, but Ramondre's his dude.
Denver should have fuck that one up.
Just that slow plotter. He's not Derrick Henry like Vrabel had, but
no, but he goes between tackles. He gets his pads down. He's a good running back.
Does he? I haven't looked closely.
He had the issue. He had the fumbling issues, and he got benched.
Okay.
Vrabel sent the message, but he did what every pro should do. Like he responded. He didn't cry about it. He didn't complain. Now look at him. He carried that team to the postseason.
He's always one of those. He's always one of those players you get in fantasy, and then like he doesn't do well, and then towards the latter part of the season, then all of a sudden he's like a PPR machine and getting all the rushing touchdowns.
They're the sole reason they won that game in Denver. We kept talking about it when that weather came in. Ramondre Stevenson and Trevion Henderson, mostly Ramondre Stevenson, did what they needed to do because Denver couldn't run the football, and New England could because they had two guys there that could do it. So
you know what you don't want to see in the winter months? A 900-pound running back rumbling, bumbling, stumbling towards you play after play.
Yeah.
Effective.
I want to see how much. I think Derrick Henry is going to just absolutely just get fed this season.
He better. I mean, the Ravens are known to be a running football team, and yet they don't run Derrick Henry enough, it seems like, in the games they're supposed to.
Well, you got Jesse Minter coming in.
Example.
Minter coming in, who's a Harbaugh guy, obviously. Then you brought in Declan Doyle, who came over. He's a Sean Payton guy, but he was with Ben Johnson last year in Chicago. They obviously ran the football well with two running backs. So,
did they get a good RB2? Anyone know off the top of their head?
They did. They drafted one. I can't remember who it is, but he was one of the bigger running backs too.
Oh, they saw Justice Hill listed second.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
Is Adam Randall a rookie?
That is Adam Randall's from Clemson.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Bold take. Ravens go 0-17.
You don't believe that, Brandon.
That's our boy Brandon.
There's Brandon. Brandon's coming in doing what he does.
Shout out.
I know
Brandon.
a Brandon comment when we hear it.
That's damn right. Yeah.
I'm even a Lamar hater, and I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, the Ravens defense, yeah.
Should be improved. I did say when they hired Mentor that I thought he could get, I don't know if it'll be this year, but I think he can get it back to the old Raven way.
Who's the offensive coordinator now for the Ravens again?
Declan Doyle. He's
okay.
Sean Payton. Yeah, he's a Sean Payton guy who was with Ben Johnson last year.
I would really like to see Lamar with a OC that actually like gets him to throw the ball and not be like
Please.
I don't know, like what Greg Roman was
Yes.
making him do, you know?
That's exactly what
We
we
don't want to see an OC make him turn around and hand it off.
Right.
That's how the Ravens beat you.
Jesse Mentor with Starks and Kyle Hamilton.
Roquan Smith, Trenton Simpson.
Now they got Owe back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this Ravens defense could be good. Now it's just
they got Hendrickson in the botch trade with Crosby.
Could have said Max Crosby, but you know.
Is that Matabuke? Is he the one that was battling injury? Do we know if he comes back? I think that's a huge reason they struggled. Like he was that unit in the middle, literal unit. So
always with the Commanders? Damn it. I thought they got him back. Commanders definitely paid him too.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the interview with Von Miller saying that he might join the Raiders when he was on Max Crosby's show?
Have at it. I have like maybe like a 10% chance that the Broncos bring him in. It's Sean's guys, man. Sean doesn't care if you were a Broncos guy before. Like if you're not a Sean guy, it doesn't matter. He's not going to bring you in.
Look at Willie Snead with the Saints. He tried to go get the bag, and then they never played him.
Fun fact: he's a new quality control coach for Broncos.
Willie Snead is? No, that was my dude.
There's rumors that he's going to be. Hey, so Willie Snead's back with Sean Payton again. Sean Payton has his guys, and as much as Bronco Country loves Von Miller, we love Von Miller. We'd love to see Von Miller back. It's not going to matter if it's not Sean's guy.
I love Willie Snead. That hurts my heart.
I don't know what to tell you, man. That's it. It is what it is. Like
Cornbread's more worried about the Commanders. I think you got to just worry about JD.
You got to keep him healthy. Did you guys watch the latest season of quarterbacks?
I can promise you, no one in the NFC East is worried about the Commanders.
They made some good moves, but it still all comes down to JD.
I think they're just an average team at best. Like
they're just
going to maybe win a game here and there, but they're not going to like threaten the division. They may play spoiler for a game or two, but they're not.
They better be damn smarter with how they handle JD than they were last year. That was reckless. That was fireable.
We said that.
Well, JD himself, he was so eager to get on the field, and then
I don't give a shit. I don't care. You're a coach. You're a franchise quarterback. You have an obligation. You weren't going to win anything last year. You can't put your franchise quarterback. Have they not learned from the past?
Bro, I bet Mahomes wanted to play after he tore his leg.
He probably could have.
But the coaches were like, no, man, we got to be smart. We suck this year anyway.
We said it on that was negligence. We talked about it on our show. We had Lake Lewis on who I get it. They were excited. He was like, I know he's practicing right now. He shouldn't play.
Yeah, I think he was saying he was surprised they didn't shut him down for the year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you're out of it, you're out of it, bro. Like
Dan Quinn's lucky.
Yeah.
He's very lucky.
He's probably on one of the hotter seats right now.
It's warm.
For sure.
It's warm. If he does anything like that again this season, oh boy.
It's one thing, no offense to other positions, it's one thing for another position. You handle your future franchise quarterback or what you think. And this is just a repeat for them. So it stings a little bit more for the Commanders.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky.
They still haven't recovered from the RG3 thing either. So
you don't mess around when it comes to your quarterback if you want to keep a job.
Dang, Royals beat the Giants again.
What up?
Damn.
That was without Bobby and Cagney.
That's so bad.
Yeah, Cags got hurt in the game.
Do both our teams still suck though? Or
yes.
I think the Royals may actually have the same record as the Giants now.
That's embarrassing for you
guys. That's embarrassing for you. Well,
it is. The whole season has been embarrassing.
For both teams, actually.
Drew was telling me that the Giants are only one game above the Rockies in the NL West, and I go, dude, I don't want to hear this shit right now.
Yeah. on that note, so we do want to thank you guys again for joining us tonight. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on X, hit the follow button. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the follow button as well. But I do encourage you guys to bring up YouTube, hit that subscribe button, because we will be live tomorrow night talking about the AFC West pass rushers. So again, we do thank you. Boys, you guys got anything before we get out of here?
Raiders suck.
Chiefs blow.
Whoa. Together we never mind.
Also 601, boys.
601. We
Let's
do
do it.
appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.